Hello everybody and welcome back. Today we are doing a quick mini series. There's going to be a couple of videos covering some designs of a button box. So we are going to build just a small simple button box since most of you at home can use a button box much more readily and easily than you can use a cockpit. Simpits take a lot of space up, they're a whole lot of work, but a button box is pretty relatively simple. It's design, some electronic work, a little bit of coding, and that's pretty much it. So we're going to break this down into a couple of chunks. First off is going to be design. Alright, so this one's going to be a relatively physical portion. You're essentially trying to design the physical box itself. Now you can use something like an old drawer, you can literally make it out of anything that you want really. But first thing you need are a whole bunch of buttons, switches, whatever you want to put in there. I'm using what I have on hand, which are a couple of 2-position switches, a 3-position switch, and a 2-position switch. And the thing that you need to know is the diameter of the neck. So I'm also going to be using some potentiometers as well. So what I mean by the diameter of the neck is that you need to measure the part that's going to go through before you can screw it in. Not entirely sure you can see that, so I'll throw up a drawing. But essentially, we need to know what those are. For mine, these are 1/4 inches and 0.35. Everything I'm going to be doing is either in 0.3. That's another one that I have. But I'm going to throw some stuff up. We're going to make a row of, essentially, we're going to make 5 2-position switches, a single 3-position switch, and 4 potentiometers. So I'm going to make a 2x5 grid, and we're going to start with that. Alright, so I'm going to want this roughly, say, an inch between each switch. So I'm going to need 5 inches plus the half on each side, so we're going to go full 6 inches wide. Plus we're going to go, let's do the exact same measurement, so 3 inches tall. So we're in Fusion 360. We're going to make a new sketch. I hit R. You can also use Create Sketch. We're going to throw that chunk in there. We're going to make this a 3-inch tall by 6-inch wide. We're going to hit E and extrude that. I believe it's an 1/8 inch piece of plexi that we're going to use. You can also use wood, anything else that will fit your nut and bolt so that they actually go through it and you still have enough threads to actually tighten on it. So we're going to use this to actually make this thing stand up. It's actually going to be super simple for me. I've got a couple of little bolts there that I'm going to use. Realistically, you guys are going to want to make this a standalone box, which means you can glue on the edges. We're going to go with that design for now. And we're going to go with, on the back side, we're going to make another square. We're going to do a 1/8 inch tall by the full 6 inches. Going to make another one. 1/8 inch. And I'm using R for rectangle to make these. And then we're going to hit E to extrude. Click on all the little pieces that we want to be bigger. And we're going to extrude this back. Oh, we want enough space to mount the hardware. We want all the buttons. We do want a little bit of space. Let's go. We'll make it roughly square. So we'll do 3 inches. And then we'll have a little plate on the back as well. But now that I think about it, let's make those individual and separate pieces. So we're going to go in the button box. We're going to save this. Finish sketch. Save this, and we're going to call it front panel. If I can spell. Now we're going to make another piece. Do the exact same thing. But instead of what we did previously, we're going to do an 1/8 of an inch by 6. We're going to extrude that 3 inches and call that top and bottom. Now we're going to take we're actually going to make a new assembly. We're going to save this and say button box assembly. Now, we are going to click and drag the front panel in, and it's okay that these aren't done yet. we're going to do some more edits later. We're going to click on OK. That's going to come in there like that. We're going to take our top and bottom, drag that in as well. And we're going to move this back a little bit, down a little bit so that they don't contact. Then we're going to come in nice and close. We're going to hit the J key. It's going to join those two. We're going to hit enter and accept that merge. Now we're going to pull in another one. Now we want a square box. So, we want to change that joint. I'm going to go in here. We're going to click on joints, click on that one, and delete that actually. We want to make you contact this, and I'm holding shift and middle mouse button to do the rotations. We're going to join you like that instead, and then make you an eighth smaller. And we're going to go here, here, J. Pin that in place, because we want a perfect 6x3 box. Now, on this little guy, we want the back side. We're going to do an extrusion of a -1/8 inch. Save that, come back over to the assembly, update with the latest. And this is now from the very back to the very front, 3 inches exactly. And then from the edge to the edge, we still have 6 inches. We want to preserve that, so we would need a side that is exactly 2 3/4 by 1/8 less than 3 inches. So we're going to make the side, and we're going to make a rectangle. This is going to be 1/8 of an inch thick by 2.75. We're going to extrude this up 2.75. Where did my measurement go wrong? This needs to be 3 minus, which means this is going to be 3 minus 2.75 minus 1/8. That should be the right measurement. We're going to click and drag that in. Move that back a little bit, put it in there. We just need it somewhere so that we can start doing some joining. Join that. That puts it right about where we want it. Grab another one on the side. Don't forget, kids, save early, save often. And let's join you with you. So now we have an actual box made out of probably acrylic that we're going to spray paint this lovely gray color. Save that, and we're going to go back into the front panel, and we're going to lay out our buttons. So we want the full size. We're going to go 1 inch up, and another 1 inch up. That's going to be our 2 rows. Then we need to do 1 inch by 3 inches. And essentially, we're just going to make a grid. But we need 1 inch increments, not 2. That one turned out perfectly at 1. Weird. Now this makes it nice and simple and easy to lay out everything. So this is where it actually counts on your sizing. So we're going to put in our circles. We're going to do a full row on mine of 0.25. So we're going to make circles 1/4 inch. These are going to be our switches. And then we're going to do one double action, which is a 0.3, I believe. And then we're going to make potentiometers. Nope, too big. Definitely make sure to double check your and my math, because I haven't measured these in a little while, so I could be completely off on all my sizes. And then we're going to go in, delete all of our external lines. We don't want any of these boxes anymore. They screw up a lot of things. We only want our circles. We're going to hit E, select all of our circles. We're going to do a -1 cut. That makes all of our circles. Save this, hop over to our assembly, update with the latest changes, save it, and there's our button box. So it's very easy to make the grid. Definitely make sure to check all of your holes and circles. I'm going to glue all of this together with a PVC cement. Another option is, because I have some holes in the front of my desk, I could just extend the acrylic down, drill some holes, and put some bolts through it, which I very well might do. Probably not, but I think we're going to make a full button box. And this is going to be a nice proof of concept with an Arduino. So, if you guys liked this, these videos will be coming out on YouTube, but the plans as well as the future videos will be coming out 1 week or a month early over on Patreon. So if you guys would like to see the rest of these faster, definitely head over there and check that out. If not, we will see you guys in the next video.